Just sitting here, meditating and self-reflecting and thinking what is written of in the Father's Word. There is a prophecy in the book of Yeshayahu or Isaiah chapter 13 verse 12 where it states that in the last days that Yahuwah Elohim shall make a man more precious than fine gold. Why are diamonds and gold so rare and precious and expensive? Because they come in limited number. Did you know that in the last days it was prophesied that there would be billions of more women on earth? So why is it on these social media platforms and in real life are men vying for women's attention so much when it should be the opposite? Make it make sense. See, when you look at the map of the world, as it states in Isaiah 13 and 12, a man shall be likened unto the most precious fine gold of Ophir. Why in the last days is this prophecy so real as we are in right now? There are billions of more women on the planet than men, but you still see a multitude of men around the world buck dancing and vying for women's attention when you are the prize according to Yahuwah Elohim. That's not to diminish a true Proverbs 31 woman, but if there are billions of women on earth more than men, why are men buck dancing and jumping through loops when the women should be doing the polar opposite? Then in the so-called modern day marriages, the men that do get these state sanctioned marriage licenses, which are not biblical, most often they are the ones that are rolled through the mire. Because in the end, men always get blamed for failed relationships. Make it make sense. Men are not the ones destroying marriages and family. The scripture says of woman came the beginning of sin. The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. So why are men always getting blamed? Make it make sense. Now, if there are billions of more women on earth than men, which this is actual and factual, why are so many men jumping through hoops and vying for women's attention when according to biblical prophecy in the last days, they should be vying for your attention? Billions of more women on earth than men, then there are 16 million single mothers raising more than 22 million children without fathers, and you want men to continually jump through hurdles for your attention? In the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and Ephesians chapter 5, Contemporary English Version, it says that wives or women should put their husbands first. 75% to 90% of all divorces initiated by women, billions of more women on the planet than men, then men should be jumping to the women's beat? Make it make sense. Pay attention to what I'm about to share. Fair use.
She pulls away, what do? Go get her? Text her, call her, show her that you care, right? All of those things. Wrong. You do not do that. Ever. Ever. Now let me explain. When a woman starts creating distance and you start chasing her, What she sees is not love. She sees desperation and neediness. The biggest mistake men make is believing that more attention is going to fix the distance. But I'm sorry, guys, it won't. When you give attention in response to her absence, you are starting to expose your weakness. You give attention in response to her absence, you are starting to expose your weakness. And showing weakness lowers your value. And when you lower your value, you kill the attraction. When a woman pulls away, the strongest move any man can make, because a man with self-respect does not beg for access to somebody else's attention, ever. If somebody wants distance, you give them more of that distance. It should never revolve around whether one woman chooses you or not. And vice versa, vice versa. There are billions of women on the planet, billions of women on the planet. You do not collapse over one person pulling away.
Then when your spiritual and physical eyes are open and you know the true qualifications for a wife, a Isha, a Gune, or a concubine was to be a virgin on their wedding night, what are we doing in modern day society? Pay attention to this next clip I'm about to share. Fair use.
And come back after leaving.
You think us men don't know why you come back, ladies? Y'all go out there on social media, y'all put all these pictures and videos, and y'all use all these filters, and then you got all these guys in your DMs telling you how great you are. Then you look over at your guy at the couch playing a game, you're like, I could do better than him. Look at my inbox. All these guys are hot. Start watching your videos, and you're like, you know, I really am beautiful. I can do better than this. Ladies, I put that bold glamour filter on my pubness. Ladies, I put that bold glamour filter on my pub. You ladies get these guys in your DMs. They're like, girl, if you leave him, I'll treat you like a queen. He ain't doing you right, girl. I don't even play games on the TV. I'll get out your pen and paper, start running the numbers on what you make, and then you start looking for places, and you're like, you know, if I just eat ramen noodle soup every day, I could afford this. It's always the same song and dance. Y'all leave, and the guys in your DMs, all they want to do is bang you, because once they actually meet you, they're like, you don't look nothing like you do in those videos and pictures. Then you do get you a place, and it only takes about 1 month of eating ramen noodle soup every day, and you're like, well, I'll just go live with my mom and save money. Well, you hated living with her when you were a kid, and you hate living with her now. So it only leaves one option, right, ladies? Ladies come crawling back to us, and you use your manipulation tactics. You're like, you know, I had men falling at my feet, and I was happy, and I could make it on my own, but all I could think about was you and what we had. I miss you so much.
Let me ask you a question. What gains value with use and time? Why are new houses and new vehicles more expensive and valuable than those that are not? So how is time and life experience and riding the carousel of life beneficial to the ladies? Make it make sense. And ladies, if this does not apply to you and you are a true Proverbs 31 woman, then let this message roll off of your back. But to the rest, with this entanglement culture and pop the balloon and fornication and adultery, this applies to you. But to the true Proverbs 31 woman, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Because when you know the true qualifications of a wife and concubine as men, righteous men of Yahuwah, you will never look back and diminish yourselves from this moment forward. Make it make sense. Like, share, and subscribe. Much respect to the true Proverbs 31 women out there. Shalom.